Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing one of my more candid, truthful, just me talking to you about a certain topic kind of video. It's not really a rant video, I'm not really going off about anything. I just kind of want to talk to you about some stuff that I've been thinking about recently involving the beauty community and some of the reasons why, other than of course the obvious being engaged and the holidays and just being really busy, why I took my short break during YouTube that I was kind of scared to talk about because it's a very honest look at how I was feeling, and but I decided it's good to tell you guys, and it might start an interesting discussion. So of course with these videos I love it when you guys comment and tell me your thoughts. Today I'm just going to be talking about kind of the direction that I feel the beauty community is going in and the differences that I see compared to how it used to be, and some of the things that in the sense I think is good about it, but also some things that I really miss about the old YouTube beauty community. So I have been watching YouTube since 2008. I actually started a small channel back in 2009 when I was really young, and I was filming on my laptop, and I sort of let it die down because honestly it was kind of back to when anything you did on the internet was kind of very promiscuous. There's so much fear about cyber stalking and, you know, having some creepy old dude find you on the internet. There still is a little bit of fear about that, but I feel like the internet is not as taboo as it used to be, or at least as it used to be back then. It's crazy how in the past couple years just how much it's changed. And now I feel like I feel more comfortable telling people, oh, I make videos, you know, on YouTube and I put myself out there. Where back then I was just too young and it was just too weird, and I didn't really know how to handle creepy guys as much as I do now. So I kind of let it die down, but I was very actively engaged. I was homeschooled, and so I had a lot of free time to myself. I had a lot of time to play and experiment with makeup, and even more importantly, I had a lot of time to watch YouTube videos, and it was my favorite thing to do, and it still is one of my favorite pastimes. But I was thinking about it the other day. I mean, it's crazy to think about how much it's changed since then. The style of videos nowadays, the overall, the information that people get from the beauty community, and sort of the different, I don't know what you want to call it, like the different offshoots of the beauty community. You know, back when I started watching in 2008, the beauty community was strictly makeup. It was really into just cosmetics and really into tutorials. I mean, tutorials were huge. They were really kicking off, and I mean, it was back when there wasn't a million different smoky eye tutorials on YouTube. It was back when there was, you know, a couple hundred. And now, you know, I feel like the beauty community has sort of strayed away from tutorials, and I know I shouldn't be talking because I haven't filmed a tutorial in forever. I did actually film one. It'll probably be up before this. It was like a get ready style with me video. But there's not, I mean, people still do make tutorials, don't get me wrong. I know like the Pixie Woo sisters are still very active in it, Nikki Tutorials obviously. Tutorials are still a big thing, but back in 2008, things like hauls and favorites videos and, you know, top 10 under 10, my favorite drugstore products, my favorite high-end products, those weren't really big. It was basically reviews and tutorials, and that's what people made, and that's what people watched. And I remember just certain stars like Panacea, what was her name? I think it was Panacea 81. There's some number attached to it. Juicy Star and her sister, Michelle Phan, before she became like this huge international celebrity, and back when she used to just film in her room and do tutorials. There were just certain people that were so big that nowadays, I mean, with the exclusion of maybe Michelle, you just don't hear that much from anymore, or their entire style of filming and their entire dynamic has changed so much. And I don't mean to sound like one of those, you know, bitter old people who doesn't like change or isn't responsive to change. I think that there's a lot of positives in the way the beauty community has changed. I mean, look at all these amazing beauty YouTubers who are now getting book deals and are, you know, so popular and have gained so much more than they would have back in 2008. You know, now it's like agencies sign on with YouTubers and people get paid so much money to do this. And like I said, I mean, there's been like 3 different girls that have recently come out with books, and that's crazy. Back in 2008, that wasn't a thing, you know? People didn't just write books because they were on YouTube. So I think that's awesome. I think that the opportunities to YouTubers now are just absolutely endless, and I think that is so cool. But there is a little bit of that old-fashioned, more honest part of YouTube that I miss a little bit. you know, I think that everybody now has fancy lighting and an awesome, super fancy camera and a great background and like all these different layers to their videos that make them look almost like TV shows. I mean, they are like movies. They aren't even like the old-fashioned, you know, kind of style YouTube videos. And that's just because of how competitive it is now. Now, if you film, you know, like in your regular old bedroom with a semi-good quality camera, you will not gain subscribers and you will not get views because it is so competitive and quality is huge. And so I do miss some of the more old-fashioned, old-school style videos. And every once in a while, I do like to go onto Michelle Phan's YouTube or onto, let's see, or like A-Rose186 or, you know, like those people that are pretty big now, and I like to look back on their old videos back in like 2009, 2010, just to see how much they've grown and how much things have changed. And another thing too that I would like to talk about is how much like more diversity there is in just the YouTube community in general. I mean, now we have like a gaming community. I don't remember gaming being a huge thing back when I started watching videos. I don't really feel like there was a like necessary gaming community on YouTube. And the vlogging stuff, that wasn't big either. I mean, nobody cared what you did on a day-to-day basis. And just to think about big YouTubers and how much has changed in like the style and the information that they put out. I'm not going to name any names because I'm not trying to attack anyone. These are all people that I still watch and I still am very involved with and I think are awesome. But there's so many girls who used to be strictly makeup, hair, skincare, beauty, and are now vloggy, or they do challenge videos, or they just talk about things that don't have anything to relate to with the beauty community on YouTube or beauty in general. And they maybe push out one beauty related video every 3 months or so. I mean, they don't even talk about beauty stuff anymore. And I think that's because audiences have changed so much. Now I feel like there's such a younger crowd engaged in YouTube, and they want to see challenge videos, they want to see vlogs, they want to see what people do day to day, and they don't want to see somebody putting on makeup as much as they used to. And so, you know, and I noticed this even a trend in my videos. As much as I want my actual beauty related videos to do well, you know, the videos where I am putting on makeup, or I'm showing makeup, or I'm showing hair care, or I'm showing skincare, those do not do anywhere as well as my rants and as my vlogs and as my, you know, this kind of a style of video does, which is good and bad because this style of video is fun and I think that it's good for people to voice their opinions and to get ideas out there. But it makes me wonder what's going to happen to all the, makeup videos out there, and what's going to happen to, you know, just that good old-fashioned beauty community where it was just about the makeup and the hair care and the skincare, and it wasn't so much about, I don't know, I guess like the fame surrounding a person. You know, I feel like YouTube videos now are just for like the person and not the content, if that makes any sense. You know, if you are a young, handsome, possibly foreign, so you have this beautiful accent man on YouTube, you are going to do so well. Like, any of you out there, if there is some weird chance that you are a guy and you're English and you're somewhat good looking, pick up a camera and start making videos, because I guarantee you that no matter how shitty your content is, you're going to do very, very well. And not to bash on certain people either, because there are certain male, really good looking YouTubers from the UK that I watch and that I really like. But it's just kind of funny how much that has changed. And I don't know how much of you can relate to this too. I mean, I don't know how long most of you have been around YouTube, but that would be a very interesting thing to comment, like how long you've been watching YouTube videos, because I always think it's kind of cool to see how many, you know, people have stuck around for so long. But one of the reasons that, you know, one of the more honest reasons, and this was a tiny reason just because I really did have so much stuff going on back in December and early January, but one of the reasons that I did take a break from YouTube is I just started to feel like I wasn't going anywhere, and I was getting subscribers and I was getting views, and I mean that's different. I mean, not in that sense, but in the sense that I was like, you know, I'm posting about, you know, makeup and I'm posting about beauty, and people aren't responding to it the way that they used to, and people aren't responding to it as well as my videos like this. And I do enjoy making videos like this. I enjoy making rants. I enjoy, you know, talking to you guys and voicing opinions and ideas. But at the same time, I started my channel because I love makeup and because I want to talk about makeup and skincare. I don't really want to do videos like this all the time, and I can't imagine myself totally switching to videos like this because there's always going to be a special place in my heart for makeup, and I'm always going to want to show you guys a new palette more than I am going to want to talk to you guys about something that I don't like or something that I really like, if that makes any sense. And so I was starting to think that maybe I needed to change my entire, I don't know, video style, and maybe I needed to just start doing videos like this, and I just started to feel really discouraged because I don't want to just do videos like this. I love, like I said, love to do it and it's fun, but I just enjoy talking about makeup more. And so that became, like I said, very discouraging, and I also kind of went through like a weird, really like dramatic phase where I felt like when I was talking about makeup, what I was talking about was so shallow and just so petty compared to, you know, people around the world that can't even feed themselves or don't have access to freaking drinking water. And I was talking about the newest Lorac palette, or I was talking about, you know, a new foundation, or showing you guys what I've recently purchased, and it just felt very materialistic to me, and I sort of just went through this weird, like, I can't do this, like, mentally and morally, I just can't do it. Now I'm kind of over it because I realize that there are people in the world that are a lot less fortunate than I am, but what I can do with that is try to help out those people and try to donate to organizations and try to actively, you know, try to make that problem better. But at the same time, I shouldn't take away my own happiness, and I should still do things that I enjoy. Because if you get yourself in that vicious cycle where you're going to take on other people's hardships and you're going to take on their emotions, you're probably going to be a very depressed person, because there is a lot of fucking stuff that's wrong with this world. So you can't do that. So I came to that realization. So that's now why I'm back, but you could see there are those different things and the different facets there. I was just having a hard time making videos, and recently, like I said, I've just started thinking about just YouTube and how much it's changed, how much it's grown, certain things about it that I miss, certain things about it that I don't like as much, but at the same time, how much more awesome it is because of the opportunities everybody gets. But anyway, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Tell me about if you've been watching, you know, YouTube for a long time. Tell me how long you've been watching it. Even if you haven't, let me know. It's kind of interesting. And if you have been watching it for a while, let me know what, you know, what are some of the things that you missed about the old YouTube community. It doesn't have to be about the beauty community. It could be about anything. I just think it'd be really cool to hear your guys' opinion too on how you think, you know, YouTube is growing and where you maybe see it going, and also what you think is so awesome about the new YouTube community and how much it's grown and how, you know, whatever your feelings are, whether they're good or bad. But anyway, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I want to thank you all, as always, so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.